What's going on, YouTube? We're back for another reaction, and this one came from just me looking at some of my subscribers or some of my subs or people I sub to. That's it right there. People I sub to. Well, we did a reaction to her steam rolling some wood, or steaming some wood, or bending, whatever you call it. But now she's here. She's going to be changing oil in a McLaren. Now, I don't know what you say. You're thinking, oh, she. I don't have a McLaren. I don't know anybody that has a McLaren. If I do, then I ain't gonna change oil. But I don't know if there's any different techniques or things that you got to do differently than changing the oil in a regular car. Which, I mean, it's a $100 car. I'm sure there's some kind of other kind of stuff that's to it. But I'll take a hit off this right here. So, Wood Barbie, not only does she not mess with wood, she does. I guess she does everything. She changes the oil. We might be reacting to more stuff to her. But Limpy reacts at gmail.com. Get them if you can. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and let me know if there's anything different that's different on a McLaren than it's on a regular car. Or maybe she'll tell me. I don't know. We'll get into this and seeing what she likes. Yep, got a McLaren.
What's up, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing an oil change on a McLaren 570S. Now, the owner of this McLaren was originally told that everything you need done to this car has to be done by McLaren. It's one of those cars that you can't work on it yourself. However,
that's one of them. You got to bring it to the dealership and change it.
I said, you know what? I think I can do it. I think I can do it. So today we're going to find out if I can actually do this oil change. Now, the kit that I'm going to be using, which I'll link in the description below, is technically for 720S. However, I confirmed with the company that's also compatible with the 570S, so don't be too confused when you're looking at that link. And then, of course, you're also going to need the oil, which I have here. Now, there is an upgraded version of this oil, which I'll mention in the description. I believe, though, you have to specialty order that, and I didn't really feel like doing so.
And I'll have everything down there in the description below, too. If you don't follow our channel, you might as well give her a sub.
That I can pick this up locally, and it's compatible for this vehicle.
There, hit that sub down there.
Now, before we can even start to do the oil change, we got to lift this entire car up off of the ground because there's one solid metal sheet running from the front to the back that we need to remove. Now, McLaren made it super easy for us using these giant green stickers, which is going to allow us to know exactly where to put the jack points to lift the vehicle up, which I'm going to show you in a second. So if we look at the underside here, you can see a green sticker right here. I'm going to be putting this jack right here, right at that green sticker. Now, if you look to the left here, you can see I already have a low profile jack, and you can't see it because I already have it jacked up, but there's another green sticker right where this jack is located. And then down in this corner, you can see that third sticker if I zoom in a little bit, and that is where I'm going to put this next jack right here. Now, the scariest part is going to be jacking up the other side down over here. I only have on hand one low profile jack. So one thing to note, I was going to use two jacks, the orange one behind me and this blue one here. However, this blue one is just too tall and doesn't actually fit underneath the McLaren. My orange one is a low profile jack and fit underneath perfectly. Now, I can get away with just using the one jack because I have some jack stands as well that I'm confident is going to be stable and safe, but ideally I'd be having a jack on either side. So make sure your jacks are low profile to be able to actually fit underneath the car if you're not planning on doing this at an auto shop where you have a proper lift.
Yeah, you got some cars that are set lower, so I think that's true, and I imagine that car sets really low. these must be the O-rings and the stuff that she was talking about earlier. That I guess, you know, it's basically you get one car and it's basically the same car with just different upgrades. The same motor and everything. Oh, yeah, they're on the way to a fire right now. Gum.
We line up the other side.
Damn, I didn't even notice that square body or the C10 back there.
I'm always so scared lowering.
Well, at least they're on their way in case something happens.
All right, so it's a little funky because the sticker is right here where you would think you want to put the jack, but where we want to actually put it is over here where you're seeing that additional green, but you got the little white circle. So you don't always actually.
Yeah, them things got special places where you can only jack it up because I think it's, you know, titanium, everything titanium and whatever made out of that aluminum.
Actually end up putting it right where the sticker is. All right, we're good. All right, so McLaren made it like super easy for us. There's only 4 bolts in the back. It's gonna be a Torx T25. Now this one's already a little stripped, so you gotta be real careful loosening these.
We got a behind camera on this.
Because you want to cause like additional damage. But let's go ahead and pop these out, and then that's going to give us access to like the full underside engine bay. All right.
Yeah, that's what we need. Full to the underside. Full view of the underside here.
So it's going to be a little challenging because this one has a wing on it, and so it's a little funky to get around the wing. But all you got to do is like very gently with your hands at the bottom, lift up, and you'll start to see this whole like piece start to come out. I'm going to walk my hands up, lift a little bit more gently here, and then it kind of like lifts and slides back. So I'm going to come to the side here, start to lift again, and start to baby it back just a little bit. And now I'm like fully loose. So I'll swing around to the other side, do the same thing, and I can pull out the whole unit. I'm super glad I didn't keep pulling when I did because there's actually a plug right here. So let's get that released and then I can actually pull this whole thing out. I realized because of the wing that was like custom fabricated for this McLaren, it would be really difficult to actually get the full cover off. I'd have to remove the top of the wing to then lift it up because the side panels of the wing are too narrow to actually have the engine cover like clear it. So I took some cloth.
Does it not just raise up where you can just work on it?
Here we're going to just like keep it cradled, and by pushing it back all the way I can still access the filter, so you technically don't need to fully remove it, but if your McLaren doesn't have a wing then you can just pop that bad boy off. So all right, so as I was like taking them out, I noticed that all the bolts are slightly different lengths. I went one row at a time and made sure that I kept it kind of mapped out as I took the bolts out, because you'll notice like these ones are really short compared to these guys. So I'd highly recommend going like really slowly as to make sure you keep like all the bolts organized. So I'm using a 10mm socket. They're all the same size. The lengths are just a little bit different. Oh, there we are. The whole panel's about to drop. Oh, I was like, where did the bolt go? It like went in the socket. There we go. Ah, I dropped it. So we first did the drain plug. It was a T50. Now we gotta get the 2 hoses. I'm using an 8mm socket. It's scaring me a little bit because she's a little loose. So I gotta go in here really carefully to make sure I'm not stripping anything. I think I can get the rest with my fingers. Yeah, this is not the time to have long nails. It'd be so much easier if I didn't have my nails done right now. Here. There we go. It's like loose, it just doesn't want to pull out. I think I'm also just like scared to like pull too hard. I don't know, I'm pulling pretty, dang. Oh, okay, we got it. There we go. I was like scared to pull too hard. This is cast aluminum, so you gotta be really careful here. Now on this side, I kind of had things I could like hold on to be able to help wiggle out the hose. On this side, I got nothing to pull against. So I'm gonna get this little guy under here. Beautiful. And now I should be able to start to get this out with a little bit of a wiggle. Yeah, that was way easier and way cleaner. We gotta go ahead and switch out the O-rings. I got 2 here, it comes in the kit. So let me open her up.
Look out, here it comes, it's gonna get you, Velociraptor.
And then I got this handy dandy little pick here. So I'm gonna carefully go in here and get the old ring off. Here we go. Slide her off, just like so. Put that to the side. And then I'm gonna get a little bit of oil on this and then see if I can roll this back over. There we go. All right, let's pop this buddy back in. A little bolt in here. I'm gonna start tightening with the fingers first. How is it clicking from both directions? Oh, it keeps pushing on me. The hose is like pushing it against the little lever. There we go. All right, so in the kit, you're gonna get a crush washer and a replacement plug. I honestly don't know why they give you a new plug, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch these out. I feel like a new crush washer would be sufficient for this. So if anyone in the comments knows why they give you a new plug, oh my golly, I did not think there was gonna be more oil. I would have taken that out differently if I knew there was gonna be more oil. I waited until it was fully drained to put the old one back in. It's so slippery. Okay, there we go. I don't like how that's feeling.
I do.
I feel like I should be able to tighten my fingers more. Okay, so if I look at the 2 of these, this is the new one, and then right here, there's a little bit of paint on it. This is the old one. So I noticed that if we're looking at this closely, it might be hard to see it on camera. Right along here on the first lip, there's like a couple little indents right where my thumb is right here. And then as I rotate it, there's a couple more indents along here. So this must have not been machined well, and that's why I'm not able to get it in all the way flush, which is really unfortunate. So I'm gonna use the new crush washer, but we're gonna go with the old bolt, just because I know I can get this one fully in, and this one just is faulty. I got this nifty little tool here. It's gonna let me set the torque. Now, it's pretty low for this plug here. It's only at 14 foot-pounds, which I'll be honest with you, with how I tighten this already, I'm probably already there, but it's good to double check. So I'm gonna lock her in here and pull. If I feel a click, then I'm already there. Yeah, we're good. What's interesting is because I'm using the old plug, I can see that whoever previously did this marked it with paint. So we're just shy of wherever they set it. So you can see the paint up here. We're just shy of that spot, which means they added a little bit more torque than what I would say it calls for. But I'm happy with how it's already set. So I'm not gonna go any tighter because I'm following what it says to the specs. And then the hoses need to be at like 7 foot-pound. So honestly, you don't even need to triple check it. As long as you get it to pretty tight manually, you're already there. It's really low torque. Lock it in. Beautiful. And then see how dirty I get.
Dirty. We like it dirty.
Huh, not too bad. Go ahead and
At least I
tighten
like
her
it dirty.
in.
I don't know about y'all. But.
Beautiful. And then this is only about 24 Newton meters, so it's a little bit more torque than the back ones, but not much more. All right, so there's 2 O-rings that we need to get out first. So there's a really little one at the tip here and then a larger one. So I'm gonna go in with my pick and just pop that buddy boy out. I gotta be really careful because I don't wanna actually like damage the plastic itself. All right, let's pop this one out. That's one. And then we're gonna get the big ring out. It's gonna be a lot easier to remove. There we go. Beautiful. Get the new ones in, which comes with the kits. Nice and easy here. Beautiful. All right, so we're good on that. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop in the new filter and then screw this back in. Okay, let's go ahead and pop the oil filter in. Now, I've always been taught numbers up. I don't think it really matters, but I'm going numbers up, so let's pop that in. Right there. I feel like it should click in, right? I'm gonna verify between the old one and the new one really quickly that the model numbers are the same, because this wasn't sitting in quite flush when I first tried. And I'm realizing you gotta almost like bend this down a little bit, because you see how this is fully wrapped around the edge, and this fabric isn't. So you are gonna have to use like a little bit of force to get it fully locked in. I was a bit nervous at first because I was like, this doesn't feel right, but we gotta kind of bend that around the lip. All right, so let's go ahead and get the top back on. Now there is like a bracket here that's going to kind of make you fight a little bit to get this cover in. So you gotta kind of push it out of the way as you kind of finesse this into place. I'm kind of coming in at a weird angle. And then we'll have to clean up the oil and everything after. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it the same way I loosened it. I'm using a 36mm socket, and I'm just gonna get all the way in there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in 5 quarts right now. However, it's like 3 in the morning and I don't really wanna wake up the neighbors by turning the car itself on. So after you put in 5 quarts, you wanna get it hot, get it running, and then there's like a meter inside, and I'll film that tomorrow to show you guys. But you wanna get it hot in order to have that sensor actually read correctly. And I'm not about to turn this car on at 3 in the morning and wake up the whole neighborhood. So I'm gonna put in 5 now, and then we'll finish this up tomorrow. All right, last little bit.
There you have it. There you have it, people. So it's basically like changing the oil in regular cars, except for, she didn't talk about, greasing the filter or oil in the filter. Some of them spots are critical on jacking them cars up. I do know that. I used to haul cars. And putting them, locking them in somehow is all different. We'll might be watching more of her. I don't know if y'all want to see more of her. Let me know down in the comments below. Seems like she can do it all. She can change oil. She can work on wood. Might see what else she can do. Get a thumbs up. If y'all watch this all the way through, let me know. Y'all have a good night. LimpyReacts@gmail.com. Y'all have a good one. Later.